Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to our kitchen. I'm Stephanie, and this is Brittany. Today we're joining you with one of our favorite fall vegetables.
Brussels sprouts. And I know a lot of people don't have a positive reaction when they hear the words Brussels sprouts, but I promise you after we get through today, you'll change your mind.
Absolutely. You know, we actually were doing some recipe testing for this segment, and we did it in the office, and some of the people that tried our Brussels sprouts, they've gone 40 plus years without ever trying a Brussels sprout in their life.
Right.
And they became
fans.
Yes, absolutely.
They're on board.
So if we're at the store, what are we looking for?
Well, you're looking for a firm, compact Brussels sprout with bright green leaves. So something like this. And they look like little mini cabbages.
Yes, Cabbage Patch Kids.
Cabbage Patch Kids. But they are actually part of the cabbage family, but they're not miniature cabbages, technically.
All right, so what you're doing when you get home with them?
Yes, so you want to wash them if you're going to cook them right away. Otherwise, you can leave them in a plastic bag in the refrigerator for up to a week. If you want to cut them in half, you need to cook them immediately.
Which makes a lot of sense. So we're actually going to go ahead and just show you how to cut what we've done for this recipe, and we're just going to half them.
Right.
So first we'll take off the end of it, the stem.
Cut off the stem, and then you just want to cut right through the core, right down the middle. You can also cut them into thirds or quarter them, but for the recipe we're going to make today, we just need the halves. And you can certainly cook them whole. I know I've had them steamed when they're whole too. But cooking, or just cutting them, makes them cook a little bit faster.
Absolutely. All right, so, and they're so pretty, like you said, they look like little mini cabbages. They're a member of the family, but they definitely taste a little bit different.
So the recipe we're making today is actually a maple glazed Brussels sprout, which is super yummy, super festive for this time of year. So the first step was cutting up the Brussels sprouts into halves, and now we can move on to the glaze.
Excellent, so we will go ahead and get started. So we have balsamic vinegar.
Nice.
And some pure maple syrup.
And pure maple syrup is important because, or it's important to use the pure kind, just because it's a little bit more
it caramelizes better.
Right in the oven.
And it's just got such a great flavor.
Absolutely.
And you don't need much. It is an expensive ingredient, but you really don't need much.
A little goes a long way.
1 tablespoon in this particular recipe. So we have extra virgin olive oil as well.
Okay.
And then some kosher salt and black pepper.
Now, when you hear the word glaze, you kind of start to think, oh no, that's a gourmet term or something. But really, all those ingredients, most people probably have in their pantries right now.
Yeah, 5 simple ingredients, and it doesn't make that much. So it's not like you're coating them a lot.
Yeah.
So we'll just set that off to the side. We'll go ahead and add the Brussels sprouts. They just look so pretty, that bright green color. And then all you do is toss them to make sure that each of them gets a little bit of the glaze.
And it's amazing how this glaze just really punches up the flavor in the Brussels sprouts.
It smells so good. Anytime you have balsamic in a recipe.
It's one of my favorite ingredients.
All right, so before I put them on, we lined it with parchment paper.
Right, and
that just saves on cleanup. That's always a nice thing, especially because of the maple syrup. It can get a little sticky, but on the parchment, everything comes right off.
Yes. So we're just going to go ahead and spread these on here. We're going to pop them in the oven at 400 degrees for about 30 to 35 minutes. And we're pretty much almost there with this recipe.
All right, so you're going to bring the cooked version back over.
Absolutely. And look how pretty they are when they get out of the oven.
And they do change color, just as any greens do once they're baked.
Just caramelize a little bit. And if you'll notice, we do have some sprinkled turkey bacon on here.
Yeah, so this is Godshall's pre-cooked turkey bacon slices. And Godshall's also makes an uncooked version, and it's my favorite turkey bacon by far.
Absolutely.
So this makes it that much easier because you can do the pre-cooked version in the microwave. All you have to do is dice it up, sprinkle it on top, and you're ready to go. So.
Absolutely. And like, how quick was this dish? I mean, if you had to go to a family dinner or something, we just whip this up.
Yeah, it's a perfect, like you said, on the fly, or it's one of my favorite things to bring to a holiday dinner because a lot of people will say, oh, I don't know if I should try that. And then once they take a bite, they're usually big
hooked.
fans.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and give this a try.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness, they're so tender. That balsamic and maple combination.
It's absolutely perfect. Well, this is definitely a way to get your family to eat their vegetables.
Oh, definitely. And remember, you can always eat well with festival foods.